Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for all your comments and emails that I received overnight with suggestions of what you'd like to see me show you. And the most popular at the moment is a lunch in the garden. And as we've got this fabulous weather, this is a great opportunity to demonstrate this. So for the lunch, obviously you need a table, and here we've got a nice little table, a couple of chairs. It doesn't even have to be this, it's whatever you've got. So this is just what I use in the garden, but again, it's whatever you've got in your home. You might even want to put in a table outside. Make sure that obviously the table's on a level surface, that it's not going to suddenly tilt over. And the first thing, my first tip that I'm going to show you is I use a towel. You can use a blanket. You could go to the expense of having some felt that is actually cut for the table, but being Scottish, I'm thinking, why do you want to go and spend money on something like that? So you could use a towel, and even the grandest homes in the land will use something like this. So the idea of this is to protect the table. I mean, your tablecloth obviously gives some protection, but if you've got a hot plate or something, you just want to make sure, especially if it's a wooden table, that it's not going to go straight through. This is a metal table, so it'll be absolutely fine, but still, I think it's quite a nice thing to do. And now we'll get the tablecloth, and I've just got one of my nicely, freshly laundered and ironed white Irish linen tablecloths, which I'm then just going to place on the table like this. Try to make it even around so that it's the same, distance all round. You would actually think this cloth has been made for this table. It's absolutely perfect. I'm very impressed at that. And now I'm going to place the cutlery on the table. It's only 2 courses, it's a light lunch. Lunches don't need to be 3 or 4 or 5 courses. I personally think, especially in the summer or the spring, it's nice to have perhaps a salad, something nice and light, followed by a cheese, which is exactly what we're going to do here. So we have got the starter cutlery, which has already been cleaned. Now, if you want, and this is entirely optional, you can wear a pair of gloves, white butler gloves as I call them, when you're doing this. In some of the videos you'll see me wearing them, or you can use a tea towel, and the tea towel is just so that you can give them a quick buff as you're laying the table. And I think also at the moment we've been very aware of keeping our hands clean, so I think it's quite a good idea if you are laying the table that you do actually give the cutlery a clean. And you'll see you can use the tea towel just to place the cutlery down, and then the inch rule, as I call it, so that's from my knuckle to the tip, so just make sure that's in line there, and then do the same with the fork. These, as you can see, have already been beautifully polished. I'm quite a good butler actually when it comes to it. So that's nicely positioned. And then we're going to do the exact same on the other side. The next part is the cheese knife. Some of you will be thinking, oh, I want to have pudding. Of course you can have pudding. You can have pudding, you can have dessert, whatever you decide you can use. But as I said, for this lunch, I'm going to do some cheese. And this knife then gets positioned just on the inside like that. Again, same distance. You can now line them up with the other knife, and you're going to do the exact same on the other side. The next part is you're going to place your side plates down. Side plates are always a necessity. I always think you should put side plates down. You might not have any bread with the salad, but they're always just handy to have, and it also kind of adds the final touch to any lunch or dinner or breakfast table. Remember, if there's a pattern or design, make sure that the plate is in line with that pattern or design. So if there's flowers or something on the plate, make sure it's the right way around. Next, we've got the wine glass. Now, as it's only a main course and a cheese, we only need the 1 wine glass. This could either be a white wine, you might offer a red wine, you might even offer a rosé, which again is a very popular choice for a lunch such as this. And as you can see, I'm just giving them a quick buff just to make sure that they're perfect. You will then have a water glass, so again, give it a quick buff and then just position it on the table. Probably just in line with the wine glass. Obviously this is quite a small table, so you've just got to bear that in mind. This is perfect for 2 people. If you're going to have 3 or more, then obviously you need a larger table, but for 2, this is absolutely ideal. I'm going to buff this glass. Once again, try not to touch the glass. Once you've buffed it, try not to touch it with your hand, just because of the times that we're in at the moment. And then lastly, and this is my favourite part, as is a cheese course, you're going to offer port. Once it's buffed, you're going to place that on the table just slightly behind, so you're making a little triangle. I'm going to add the salt and pepper, so some Malvern salt, which we've got here, a nice little salt dish, and I'm just going to place that on one side. There's obviously a spoon, so that you can both use a spoon. Again, in the times we're in, you might even want to use 2 spoons, it's personal choice, but for this demonstration there is 1 spoon, and of course there is a pepper. This would typically be all you would need, but as I said, at the moment with everything going on, you might want to have individual salt and peppers, completely acceptable. And then we've got little table decorations, some ornamental flowers, and we're just going to place that in the centre, just to give that extra little special touch. Now I can hear you shouting at me, the table is not complete. Why is it not complete? Because there's no napkins. So I'm now going to demonstrate a very simple, he says, very simple, straightforward napkin fold. So for this we need a beautifully starched napkin. You're going to open it out, you're going to fold one piece up, one piece down, bring this in like that to the centre, that into the centre, form a triangle there, thumb on top, fingers underneath, flip it round, hope you follow on this, tuck this piece in there, and then you have a beautifully folded napkin. And what is this called, I hear you say? This is called a lazy butler. And then we're going to position these just in front of where you're going to be sitting. Now, ladies and gentlemen, the only thing I'm going to stress once again is that before I did this demonstration, of course, I washed my hands for those 20 seconds. And now I've done this, I'll wash my hands again, just to be in the safe side. As I said, you can wear gloves. If not, I mean butler gloves, which are those beautiful white gloves. Let's not put on a pair of marigolds. I suppose you could if you want. It's personal choice. I'm sure Dame Edna wears marigolds when she lays up her table. But I've used a tea cloth for this. I'm now ready to invite my special guests to this very unique little lunch. My lady, my lord, your lunch is served. Bon appetit. Not too sure about these table manners, but we can work on that, I think.